edition, we go out front to peruse the landmark case of Kennedy Agyapong and Anas Aramio Anas, the JC court, the course of Ewoho. Now, maybe bo tape be atram with kakra. And send me the lawyer Abba. Lawyer Benham Nini Bidin Komo, lawyer Ochre Dakon. He's a Ghanaian lawyer based in the United States. But my main call United States, namene lawyer Ochre Dakon. Or a Ghanaian lawyer based in the United States. Wono ena oka other lawyers who are represented the politician Kennedy or Hine Agyapong. Ewo New Jersey court or na yene lawyer nkudi nkomo shortly. I don't know if I have lawyer on the line now. Na yenkudi nkomo na yenhwe some perspective. First of all, lawyer Dakon ebe my the breakdown as same way kopia America kofa by any free himfa. Oni ebe walk it throughout and then Wednesday, Friday na obie nya sememu enchiremu ama wudi nkoma wetimi aden wudini ene yesi ka fense ka kum ye gini kwakwanum lawyer Dakon ewa homaso lawyer memo adwene wapo mu tisen
Pomo boko kwaku metio so anyway tiefo nyina
great one lawyer Dakon asemi wudi mu akotini ye pa na Ghana form wo oman womo ye Kennedy Agyapong fans ene womo so Ghana for one man all over the world womo so ye Kennedy Agyapong fans epe weni mu ahwe pa ene woni other lawyers mutimi twitwaje ora Kennedy Agyapong for this great victory. First of all, question baby say say eba na sembro ne beka say what brought about this issue, how it all began. Una udi mu akwetene mayenya njiremu
yo kwaku woni watiefo nyina enchemu kakra metumi ede amma ewo case ehone say sometime on May 17th 2022 Anas Aramio Anas ebe file lawsuit ewo Essex County Superior Court ewo New Jersey against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Say we di fame no na because of so we di fame no o twa damages sa case you logo no in on May 17th 2022.
I see.
Let's go through complaints na kakra
good one
make a story kakra bi
that's right
one sana
wonderful
go through the complaints no
right
now you logo in case we no edi enakakra na Anas enye case no ho hwe enti on October 1st 2022 court no issue warning Emma Anas said you be dismiss the case no so wa anya ho hwe ya
really
after yes
I see
say who unfortunately, we only access to the court records, but court record no na me ka emu asem actual Ghana for.
Good one. Me what plaintiffs no
October
complaints you know her. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, you better complaint no one asem.
Okay.
But on October 1st, 2022.
That's right.
Yamano lack of prosecution dismissal warnings.
Really?
Court to the Maya, yes.
I see.
And what you know, and on November 7th, Anas file evidence say were to me as several Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. And to file a case no on May 17th, 2022 no. It was until November 7th and sana or several no. Or several no November 7th no. December 3rd, 2022. You dismiss for lack of prosecution. And December 3rd, 2022.
I see.
And see, a man of order and say, and yet, autoco case no so. And they say, Sana court there any New Jersey court is a entertaining case no. In fact, on that date, no judge now, order and Honorable Thomas M. Moore. Na mekai na atiefo atibim.
That's right.
On December 2nd, 2022. Or say it is hereby ordered that under Rule 1, column 13-7, the above matter has been dismissed without prejudice against the above party or parties for lack of prosecution. Judgment previously entered in this case are not affected by this order. A formal notice of motion is now required to restore this party to active trial status.
Wow.
Any day, Anas being a shareholder. And see, and what you know, Anas, a copy lawyer, and on February 14, 2023, Anas lawyer, a lawyer Andrew K. the enter appearance.
I see.
Anas Abefano send a lawyer. Abefano send a lawyer na or sign file motion set up a default judgment against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Up a default judgment.
Or no file a default judgment because that time no Honorable Kennedy Agyapong enter appearance.
That's right.
Yes, sir. On my affidavit of service.
That's right.
November 7, 2022. So now Honorable Kennedy Agyapong only America.
Okay.
But here they be able to the fear. Na say Oba be serve Obia a personal service and yet by mail.
Exactly.
Until now he was not aware for say there is something like that against him. And what you know, and Honorable Eba America. Oba no be who say yeah the summons and then other court papers have a good and of Mr. Lawyer. At some way na Abba. Now these are the documents Besaka. Now honorable Feshiabe. And Honorable Kennedy Agyapong the documents no a breme. And say I am the first lawyer me who documenta and us and then the lawyers are filing against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Hey, I see.
Now I'm catching the say case where you're based in New Jersey. Me a license to practice in New York. But me want New Jersey lawyers many 1 year cases if the case is in New Jersey. And you know, Mabo Namania, na ya case no, near your way juma. And no, and Emma me de friend lawyer Carter Coriston Jr. of Breslin and Breslin Law Firm.
I see.
And I'm a set appointment. Emma Mene Honorable Mina call Breslin and Breslin were hacking sack. Emma, you could take case no on. Like I say, a brief story of the case, Nasi.
I see. Good one. Now, walk us through plaintiff, some of them, someone, or the buyer say court, any man on a say, Ora Kennedy, Wayne, then, and walk us through some of them, Lord Akon.
Yo, so couldn't I say for now? Seka, Uber to me for a project complaint now. Great. Filing against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and Kabaya me the far.
Yeah.
Me church never be book a crack. Now one my ATA.
I'm saying, Uber to me there are two screens so now Lord Akon starting no, you taking it from there. All right. So Lord Akon, start it.
Yo. Lady time and conform a break, say, and that's a file in case no America because now of justice, Nanyesi County, and of file here. Near the Kaya, make a chair 118 and say, you have complaint that hono.
Good.
You heard the title of the complaint.
Exactly.
Okay, title of the complaint now. Anas, Anas versus Kennedy or here Japan. And versus Frederick Asamoah defendants. The title is just a plaintiff complaint for damages. And the title now, not from the onset, it was about money.
Oh.
As one, the primary purpose.
I see.
Of the complaint, was it for damages.
Not just what pay sika.
I see. Because of the complaint for damages. And that was the title of the complaint.
Yeah, complaint in that screen is to say, yeah.
But a chief who say a plaintiff complaint for damages. That's one.
Pepe. There are two screens. Yeah.
Yo. Let me know. Anas, it describe and never the bray a fan of home. A yenipa kwa or ye. Now, Uber up to paragraph 9 of the complaint now.
Okay, 9.
And only the first time Obo Honorable Kennedy or Hene Agyapong ding. Mepacho, a bit to me, more ready that paragraph 9, no, the way a kind of fast or introduce you Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, our complaints no more.
Great. Now, shall we? Or say, defendant, or say, Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, the first defendant, is a self-proclaimed, quote, rich, unquote, businessman who is a former U.S. permanent residence card holder and a property owner in the city of West Orange in Essex County in the states of New Jersey, and has business interests in other parts of the U.S. and is a current member of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana in West Africa.
No. And in introducing Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, but the word rich businessman and a buyer. So, emphasizing the monetary nature of the complaint.
I see. Okay.
Now, say, what was kwa Onipana oye Frederick Asamoah Onona oye host of the program. Ye introduce no. It will be a complaint no more. Therefore, Ebema Yako, the factual background Anas a put to the app.
That's right.
Now, therefore, NTS said, say, time on one complaint now. A chair part of the motive behind that lawsuit. Yedikai. As someone NC America no, yensu America.
Okay.
Mumayankai, paragraph 17.
17. Okay. I say some scenes from quotes betraying the game unquote contain allegations that the President of the Republic of Ghana and some high-ranking members of his cabinet were open to being financially influenced in exchange for the performance of official acts on what? On a quid pro quo basis.
Quid pro quo
basis.
Statement way
and
Anas Ekafa. Yeah, President Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo.
This is serious.
Of filing New Jersey.
Damn.
According to Anas, on June 6 June 2018, or produce program it will BBC. IFN number 12. And no some of the scenes actually say the President of the Republic, any other high-ranking members, there's Ukaya, Echre, Adikwa, Waka, Afawa.
But this is very
basically accusing them, yes,
very damaging.
Oko number 18, paragraph 18.
18.
Mr. Emo.
Okay. 18.
Ghana politics.
Great.
Paragraph 18.
Great.
Wonderful.
Say, the Republic of Ghana is a constitutional democracy that practices what is known as, quote, winner takes all politics, unquote, which in the Ghanaian sense is the practice by which, by means of divisive and partisan selection. Divisive and partisan selection. All Ghanaians who are not part of one of two main political parties that gains the most popular votes in the most recent presidential elections are excluded from the national governors in the most recent presidential elections are excluded from national governance and decision making in a manner that polarizes the nation and dissipates its human resources endowments. Oh, sir.
The same way, and a kafa Ghana democracy.
Oh, no.
And when the complaints no more in New York, in New Jersey.
Really?
This statement should be worrisome to any Ghanaian dear. We are proud of Ghana's democracy. Whether you are NPP, NDC, Afrafranto, or whatever, this is the statement about Ghana political environment. Now, yet was what? Kwaku, moment was paragraph 22. Now, the answer made my kind complaint, no?
Yeah.
And then said, I'm out for a bit the rationale, and that's defiling the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Which is expressed in the complaint. And you've been all and you're so you're not Toronto.
That's right.
And
22, no? Or say, make a 22 now.
About your time, man.
Great. Or say, in the aftermath of the debates of codes betraying the game on codes, the first defendant stated his intent to launch an hominin attack on the attack on the plaintiff, or say to assassinate his character so as to ostensibly neutralize the effects of the allegations. Reference in paragraph 17 herein in the minds of the citizens and voters of the Republic of Ghana. And also,
yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. The 21 at all times relevant to this complaint. The first defendant, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, held himself out. Yes, held himself out to be the de facto spokesperson for his party, the NPP, and mouthpiece of the government of Ghana. And until Monte case, especially NPP phobia, one would be say, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, Akasadodo, and Untino. My mama who said, from this complaint, and that's filed a case against him because or your customer former NPP or a customer for a government of Ghana. Doesn't this become more of a political case than just Sabi Honorable Kennedy Agyapong no Eddie NT what can be NT file a lawsuit against him and that's an expert.
Exactly.
A chief for and kind.
Exactly.
Now make conclusions for themselves. Now paragraph 23 of the complaint now. Also, as part of the attack reference in paragraph 22 hearing,
yeah, the first defendants released pictures and identity of Ahmed Swale, an undercover journalist who hitherto kept his identity a secret and who worked on codes betraying the game on codes and openly called for his assault. Again, the first defendant disclosed Ahmed Swale's residential address, which was also hitherto unknown to the public, and threatened to put out the car numbers of Ahmed Swale because the first defendant had tracked the said car numbers. Hey, now same way they see that
now. I see that Kwaku. Hey, and yet for me explain the way I tell more. Part of the reason why the jury New Jersey Sabi
okay
that or time Emma Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Hey.
Sabi say you describe it like this Nipa Bena
Onya sympathy
or one right mind Nebu Enfu.
Wow.
What must say? Empty Ahano Asemwi Munka will say defamation no America
exactly.
Asem we are all cano
way And see what America
2018. And see America, or see 2018 at them. And so a car the complaints no. Now
really?
What was what? Or say on Oko 24 on 16th January 2019, and then they see
Ahmed Swali was shot twice in the heart and once in the neck and murdered in broad daylight by unknown assailants.
Yes.
See, what Johnny maybe ma ayet say susu say eye say court na wa America oni nyini say Canada Japan na sebe waje abrante ne nkwa. Hey,
that and a complaint at here Kweku.
oh no. Hey.
Now. And now for that kind now the able got 26 or 26.
Great.
26 of the complaints no.
Good. 26, and I'll say the first defendant has also been exceptionally vicious and bruising in his attacks on the plaintiff, calling on the general public to physically attack and assault him as well as calling for the plaintiff to be lynched on both live radio and television programs. And you see that, Ben?
Yes. And not there. And until no, what can we complete no more say? Honorable Canada Japan, equal live radio say lynch you. The word lynch means the Ghana for it's yeah, but America ha. So you so lynching and to a very shocking experience before it go through. And say before ma KKK mono Ku Klux
Yeah.
Ya chiwu bibinia ya sawa homa ya bro kun asho and only lynching.
Yeah.
And to say okay American jury say defendant say ya lynch wa and yet just a small word anyway you sue ama American jury no especially said before
yeah.
It brings back memories of what grandfathers and uncles and not too long ago have been through. That is the description Yadima Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and will complain table. Now, what was called paragraph 28?
28.
Honorable
Good. Paragraph 28 now says, similarly, the defendants incited the general public to physically attack and assault the plaintiff on 30th May 2018 during the course of a live program on television. TV benya, patro no eni ha wanka TV crawl.
Me patro yanka TV crawl. Na so to aso ko 29 dia. So then also on June 4th, 2018 during a live program broadcast on radio called for the hanging of the plaintiff.
Say you hanging on one areme.
Yes.
See. This is sad grapes.
Yes.
This
now,
is very sad.
And therefore, up to now, and that's enter at the corner, not Honorable Kennedy at the point you know America.
No kind
No kind. And see, okay, paragraph 30 throughout that, Nina ye bibia na SC.
Lord merciful.
Ghana. Any America radio program wa Honorable Kennedy Japan bedi you know. And then only any
boy
relationship.
And any relationship, yeah.
Yes.
What?
Now, the old to echo anymore. Paragraph 33, me pacho. Kind.
On the
19th,
great. On the 19th July 2021.
No, try.
Good.
Try and me pacho paragraph 31 first.
31 first. Oh, okay. On the 8th June 2018, the plaintiff instituted legal action against the first defendant in Ghana for the conduct referenced in paragraph 30 herein.
Okay.
Good.
And so, person say, as someone Honorable Kennedy Kafano Hono. It was Ghana, no?
Yeah.
Or filed a lawsuit against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong on June 8, 2018.
I see.
That is a seminal. You want to know, a seminal Ghana court.
Exactly. Indeed, we can still cite Ghana as jurisdiction, not United States. Into
Yo. And until now, number 33, paragraph 33, make a very important paragraph 33.
Great. On the 19th July 2021, the first defendant testified under cross-examination in the legal action referenced in paragraph 30 herein. Wherein admitted that does not have evidence to prove the plaintiff murdered several Chinese nationals. Wow.
Yo. Paragraph 33, HSA, on July 19th, 2021, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Echo Court, Echo testify. That testimony now, or it can't, Ghana Court, no. Ghana Court, my judgment, another case, no man answer, my judgment.
Hey, yeah, my judgment too.
Justice Bar.
On my judgment, yes. Your judgment, no how?
Yes. Yo.
Yeah, one more Ghana.
Ananas. Yes. And until after that honorable ma testimony we no. On September 7th, 2021, in front of 3 months, and honorable bar America a program no or course and to kind paragraph 34 or trade that honorable bar American program also. On
the 7th September 2021, the first defendant appeared as a guest of the Daddy Fred show, as a guest of the second defendant. Okay.
Okay. And and I'm saying that as a do America. You want carrying see what Ghana. And so a the statement in Mu. Yeah, a chief for Edma won't no. No. Yes, it be a sabe. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, and no asa and a okasabe bre. Yeah, Ghana, the NIC, no, and you move there day or repeat the same allegation.
Exactly.
At the paragraph 33 of the complaint.
Wow.
It's okay. Paragraph 35. Also, according to the French show, they clear the air regarding the reputation and character of the first defendant before citizens. It's an idea. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has been accused. And Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, echo clear the air say, I'm not sure that some now can know me. Me name was
wow. Lawyer. Lawyer.
Yes.
Benai be one asem no so yedo o ese asem no yeda na amankura no so ikechire unima de enti se sie ya wan mayen broni beka say the roadmap into why a omukopi America we baby aye bedro se sia na be count 1 of the supposed defamation which no ye be sra se nyankopon ya adom a ukua da ebe ube walking through this defamation way all through afi ya side what so eye fiada na Ghana for wo ha amanone all over the world enya omohonti ase na mi gidi kura se sabri kakra wa walking through way this roadmap way no come on Ghana nin bia ti ase yi pa yi na me ba o answer na me do betwa kura no what is one of Anas compatriots back one oboy mo breaking news no 18 million Samson Ladi ayenini of Joy FM. Says Saturday when Timmy and case no so ne obi send obi Timmy abaso but when Timmy and case no so me name say what's it there?
The patrol Matisa statement no na eno na me who say them Anas complaint no kwa no ono one kind complaint no.
I see.
Because statement bi wo ho no mo e wo complaint mu a.
Yeah.
from near me see a commentary on my any statement the brewer ha a
bra. Wow.
A bra. And until a bit to me and a lawyer and kind. And that's complaints now. For the bar, New Jersey, no.
That's right.
And sana sabe emotions no go too high because they are lawyers. And yes, Uber defend the client zealously.
Yeah.
Any problem with that?
Yeah.
But the facts no has to reflect the fact. You
Exactly.
cannot change the fact.
Good. Lawyer Eric Ochredako, lawyer. You better was frontline show. Eda was a papa. Bium, Kennedy Japan fans say war Ghana and all over the world. And so Eda was a papa. Any law firm say war United States. I say, uni Ghana, name time 80 million as some better no. O mine mu shaky kakra o clients no ne followers ni shaky pa na essence yomo ahudwiri bebre baby a the event na attend e kudru and them say they owe you a lot of messages I may receive one so overwhelming believe in say nyame adoma Wednesday ukwada ye no be nantentem kura na afi wenya bre ebien nsem no mu na dodo no ama Ghana for no atiase yie na obi anane nsem no bia nkwanta bia ama yie atoye ye da was papa sadwe we are so grateful say wenya sa time we e dey me Lord Akon grateful folks. So we've been speaking to a lawyer Eric Dakon. He's a Ghanaian-based lawyer in the United States. May I show say it makes sense to all of us, is it not? Because who said you're working and someone analysis or the paragraphs here king ya DAC Ghana ho. Enti san same way so and I know so judge more wa higher justice bar or share Momudi same way ewa Accra High Court. Eddie ruling against Aremio Anasi, a site Anasi, why or a blackmailer, or a extortionist, or a criminal, and or a terrorist. So same way. Who's a mechanic Friday say, I then Anas one jibre. I'm not happy. Say you this head in the better so. Me, I'll be very honest with you. Me happy say you can say the way that so that Ghana records so anybody betting a cite justice bar ruling. Is this good for analysis image? The answer is no. But folks, it be seen. Yeah no ye bema Ghana for ni nyasebia munchi muni kure ewom. Lawyer Eric Ochredako obeto aso Nyankopon yadama Wednesday. Be a case in BP, including Anas Nankasa testimonies, JC Court or Yednina Bemamo. Folks, this has been the Frontline Show. We see a program